Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, students. This is Professor Inglet, and today I want to talk about the analysis essay. So let me share my screen with you and pull up the PowerPoint. All right, writing an analysis essay. So for a topic prompt, what you want to do for the analysis essay is analyze an issue that impacts you in some way or impacts culture by explaining the complexity of the issue in detail, where the issue comes from, why it is happening, and what solutions have been implemented. So the first step is finding some kind of issue that is relevant to society, culture, or yourself. One place to look for ideas in terms of brainstorming, you can look at the New York Times article, 401 Prompts for Argumentative Writing. So let me pull that up. Let me make sure that you can see that. Okay, let me switch to sharing the screen to that article. All right. So this is the OCCC library. We wanted actually the article 401 prompts for argumentative writing. So let me just type it in. There we go. And there it is. Nice. So what are some prompts or issues that you could focus on? Let's just kind of scroll down here. You can focus on a social media issue, such as, does technology make us more alone? And then you can click on this to read a little bit more about the issue. Is social media making us more narcissistic? Would you consider deleting your TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram account? Has Facebook lost its edge? Is Pokemon Go a positive cultural force, or is it another excuse for people to stare at their phones? I like issues related to that. It's very interesting and cultural in connections. Are digital photographs too plentiful to be meaningful when you're taking pictures with your phone? You could look at technology in schools. Are self-driving vehicles the wave of the future? They're here. Should tablet computers become the primary way students learn in class? You could look at gender issues. You could look at dating. You could look at sports issues. My son played football and received 3 concussions, for instance. So I could write a paper about concussions in sports, particularly football. Music, literature, and art, parenting and childhood. If you're a child or a parent, you could write about something related to this. Should children be allowed to wear whatever they want? How should parents discipline their kids? Is modern culture ruining childhood? Are you always on the phone and never outside playing, for instance? Being a teenager, school, bullying, grading. How should parents handle a bad report card? Do you believe that standardized tests help students? Etc. So you can go there, pick an issue that you're interested in, and uh, write a paper based on that issue. I'm trying to get back into my PowerPoint. See what happens. Nothing's happening. All right, hold on a second. Let me fix the problem, and then we'll get back to it. Let's get back to it. Share the screen. Sorry about that. There we go. I think we're back in business. Yes. All right, so that's a topic prompt. Next, here's a sample issue that we can go through. Is artificial intelligence destroying our educational system? When you're writing an analysis essay and trying to find a topic, you might put it in form of a question. So here is a form of a question for you. Is artificial intelligence destroying our educational system? To answer that question, we do need to do some research. And next, we need to perform research on this topic through the OCCC library, academic databases. There are a few academic databases. There is EBSCOhost. There is Opposing Viewpoints. Those two are the main databases. To get there, you basically just need to go to the OCCC library from the home page. I'm going to stop sharing my screen again. I'm going to go to the OCCC library. All right. The address is libguides.occc.edu/home. You can always get there by going to the OCCC homepage and then clicking on academics and click library. That'll take you there as well. All right, this is the library. You can research books, articles, videos, and other resources. Let's go to articles and let's go to the EBSCOhost database. Hopefully it's a little bit faster than here. This is the OCCC academic database, and we want full text articles. So we're going to click full text here and then type in our topic. So let's type in artificial intelligence and see what happens. All right, we have quite a few articles, 774,972. We might want to look at our title again and come up with a better prompt. So let's type in artificial intelligence and education and see what happens. Now we have 47,000 prompts results. That's still a lot. But anyway, let's say that this article is something that interests us and relates to our topic. Let's click on it just as an example. To access it, you click on Access Now PDF, where you can download it to your computer. Let's click Access Now and see what happens. It loads the article in the format that it exists. For this paper, you do need a works cited page. So to create a works cited page, sorry about that. I'm making all kinds of mistakes with the computer today. Artificial intelligence and higher education benefits and risks. That sounds like a good topic. So if we want to cite it, we come up here to these little quotation marks, click cite, and we want to cite it in MLA. So we look for MLA, and it creates the works cited for you. And then you can just copy paste that to your Microsoft Word document, copy the clipboard, and paste it in for your works cited page. So that's EBSCOhost. You can use other databases as well. Let's try Opposing Viewpoints, see what happens. Let's type in the same topic, artificial intelligence. I'm not used to typing on my small computer laptop. All right, so we have some full text articles here as well. Let's click on the article. So you can read the abstract, read the article. It breaks it down into a lot of information. And then to cite it, let's see. You can translate it to another language. cite, there it is, up top. MLA 9th edition, select and copy. And then take that into your Microsoft Word document or Google Docs. So that's the database, academic database for you. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. All right. One thing you want to do in your paper is find useful quotations and integrate them into your essay. So I looked at some research on artificial intelligence, and I've added some quotations here as an example to show you how to quote. This first example is a quote. You don't just want to toss a quote into the essay, but this is what I've done just to show you. As a result, emerging artificial intelligence technologies can be beneficial in overcoming such problems by boosting the efficiency of the learning process with minimal expenses and improving the acquisition of new skills by offering a personalized educational experience. All right, so there's the quotation. Coder is the author, and this particular example has multiple authors. So you write Coder and everybody else, et al., with a period there, and then a period at the end. There's no period after experience. You have the period at the end of the parentheses. A better way to integrate a quotation is a three-prong approach. Basically, you'll introduce the quote, you'll quote the passage, and then you will comment on the quotation. So use this three-prong approach when using quotations in your paper. So we begin with the introducing the quote. According to Coder and other writers, AI is a useful benefit for students. So I'm introducing the quote with a phrase. AI has the capacity to increase, and then we have the quote, the efficiency of the learning process and create new skills by offering a personalized educational experience. Since I've mentioned Coder in the early in the quotation or the sentence, I don't have to mention him again at the very end. Then I write, some of these skills include the following: data analysis, critical thinking, and prompt engineering. So I've introduced the quote, I've broken down the quote within the sentence, I've quoted key phrases within the passage, and then I've made a comment related to the quote that extends the information of the paragraph. So that's what you want to do when you're creating a quotation for your paper. Here's another example. Nearly half of radiography students, 22 out of 46 or 47.8%, think the use of UI could jeopardize their employment. That comes from Coder et al., everybody else. And there's a period at the end. So that's the last name of the author. Now let's use the three-prong approach to write this quotation into a better sentence. While AI seems to be the future in the employment process, one study shows that 47.8% of radiography students think that the use of AI could jeopardize their employment. Coder et al., period. Clearly, these students must research their employment to see if AI is available for use. All right, that's a pretty good integration of a quotation. Once again, you don't want to just put a quote in the middle of your paragraph. You want to break it down for the reader to understand. I have one more example for you, I believe. This minority may harbor concerns or reservations regarding the potential drawbacks or ethical implications of AI integration. Coder et al. Now we break it into the three-prong approach. While AI has its uses in the work environment, there are some people who struggle with, quote, the potential drawbacks of AI integration. Coder et al. These drawbacks might cause, quote, ethical implications of AI integration. Coder et al. So every time you quote, you have to put Coder et al. Or the last name of the author. Since this is academic databases, you don't need page numbers. You just need the last name of the author. How do I break down an analysis into 3 parts? Let's go into that next. First, you want to identify your issue. For example, AI technology creates ethical implications for students and teachers. Then you want to analyze each aspect of these implications. So what are the ethical implications? Ethical implication 1 is AI creates issues of academic integrity or plagiarism in the college classroom. We can then move into the ethical implication 2. AI creates a bias based on ethnographic details. Some students have better access to AI than others, especially if the AI costs money to use. And finally, the last ethical implication related to this topic of AI technology, AI creates a problem with student privacy. So notice I've broken down the issue into 3 parts. Each part will be a paragraph, a body paragraph. So the body paragraph will be ethical implication 1. The next body paragraph will be ethical implication 2. And the next body paragraph will be ethical implication 3. And these points that I make, such as AI creates a problem with student privacy, that'll be the topic sentence within the body paragraph 3. So that's how you break down an analysis into 3 parts. Let's go into what an outline might look like for the analysis essay. Similar to my last lectures on what to do in an introduction, you want to begin with a hook. So you can use a statistic, a startling statement, a question. You can challenge a widely held assumption. You can start with an anecdote or a story, or you can begin with a quotation. Next, you want to provide background information about the issue, 3 or 4 sentences. And you want to include at the very last sentence of your introduction, your thesis. I have 2 thesis examples here for the topic AI. Thesis example 1, artificial intelligence changes the educational environment by blurring the lines of authorship and creating innovation by the student. In the body paragraphs, the student will focus 1 paragraph on authorship and another paragraph on innovation. That's how you break down the analysis into parts. Here is another example of a thesis, and you decide which thesis you like better. Artificial intelligence creates major issues for the teacher in identifying authorship for the student essay. And the body paragraphs will focus on the major issues of authorship. As a writer, try to identify 3 issues related to AI. You're using your own topic. This is just an example of the topic that I chose. Your body paragraphs, write 1 paragraph summary of your chosen topic. Consider providing the background, the history, the definitions of key terms. So that's your second paragraph right after your introduction. You're going to write a 1 paragraph summary of your chosen topic. I would use journalist questions to come up with some ideas related to the summary. So who, what, where, why, when, and how questions you can use as an invention strategy for this body paragraph. So when did the AI revolution begin? Who are the key players in this revolution? How did the revolution begin? What are some of the issues related to this revolution? So when, who, how, and what. By using those journalist questions, I've come up with some pretty good ideas on what to write in that summary paragraph. After the summary paragraph, explaining the history or definition of the issue, you want to move into your analysis section. So you want to have a topic sentence, introduce the first element or aspect being analyzed. After the topic sentence, you want to write various types of evidence, provide specific examples, quotes, or descriptions from the subject to illustrate this element. All evidence collected from outside sources and research requires in-text citations. You want an analysis, explain how the evidence supports your thesis, discuss the purpose, effect, or significance of this element. And then a final sentence in your body paragraph, reinforce your paragraph's main idea. And you also want the conclusion. After you have 3 body paragraphs, your conclusion will offer major solutions to this issue by summarizing the ideas. Try to summarize 3 solutions to the issue. Uh, within 2 or 3 sentences, you can summarize solutions to the issues. And offer a closing thought or broader implication of the analysis, its relevance, significance, or a call to further thought. That's pretty much a summary of the analysis essay. If you have questions for me, please do not hesitate to call me or email me at my email address. Thanks for listening.